everything just came together in the right place and time, and for whatever reason, as soon as we walked out on the blocks, I just lost the nerves and gained the sense of, I can do this, and it's already, you've done the work, and it'll fall together. You don't have to worry anymore.
Beijing 2008. Rebecca Soni defeats favourite Liesl Jones to win Olympic gold in the women's 200 metres breaststroke. The world record swim was the highlight of an outstanding games for Soni, who returned home to the USA with 1 gold and 2 silver medals.
I swam the 100 first, and I got a silver in that, which I was so happy with. And then a few days later, swam the 200, and never would have thought that I could have broken the world record or won the gold medal. It was a great experience all around. I know that even though I'm trying to go to another Olympics, nothing will ever match Beijing and my experiences there.
Soni's journey to Olympic stardom started in her native New Jersey, where she began swimming aged 10. However, it wasn't until she embarked on college life at the University of Southern California in Los Angeles that her world-class potential emerged. Rebecca became a 6-time NCAA champion on the way to graduating from USC in 2009 with a degree in communications. The 24-year-old is currently engaged in postgraduate studies at the university. She continues to train under the watchful eye of USC's head swimming coach, Dave Salo.
Rebecca's one of those really intense elite athletes that has a really high expectation of herself. From a coaching standpoint, that's really easy to work with. You're never going to be too challenging for an athlete like that. She's quietly maneuvering to be the best in the world, but it's not one of those verbose type approaches that she takes. And we've developed over the last 5 years of time a strong relationship to determine what works best for her.
Standing 1.73 meters tall and weighing in at 64 kilos, Soni doesn't have the imposing build that many modern-day swimmers possess. However, she more than makes up for that with an uncanny ability to focus when it matters.
As much as I love to train really hard, I feel like I can never get anywhere close to my race times in practice. It's not really something I can explain necessarily. It's just a sense of competitiveness, I guess, and getting up on the blocks and putting all the little pieces together for that, minute or 2 minutes. And I definitely love racing, and I'm not a super competitive personality, I guess, but once I'm in the pool, I definitely, just zone out and try to get to the wall first.
I have so much confidence that when she steps up the block that she'll turn her switch on, that it's now race time, and I'm going to race really, really hard. And that's one of the things I think is the other component to her skill. Above average technique and skill, swimming talent, high above average work ethic, and then, boy, when she gets up to race, get out of her way. She's tough.
During Rebecca's first year at USC, she was affected by a medical condition that meant she would often experience heart palpitations during training and sometimes lose feeling in her arms and legs. It wasn't until she underwent a procedure called radiofrequency ablation to help regulate her heartbeat that Soni was able to begin realizing her full athletic potential.
I really was just so frustrated. I thought about transferring, I thought about moving, I thought about quitting. So just sticking with it was really hard, but I'm so glad that I did it and getting over that. The first day I got back in the pool afterwards, or the first week, I guess, I remember thinking, like, wow, this is how everyone else feels in the water. Like, this is so much easier than what I'd been doing before. My heart rate is just, like, staying down. It was amazing. So I really, even though it took a while to get back into it, it was like sort of a new level of strength that I suddenly had that was, what everyone else had the whole time.
Rebecca's parents are of Hungarian and Romanian descent and emigrated to the United States during the 1980s. Although she's rarely had the opportunity to visit her relatives in Eastern Europe, Soni's Olympic success had the welcome effect of bringing her extended family closer together.
Thanks, Rev. You're welcome. I didn't appreciate it as much when I was younger, but now I'm really proud of where I come from and the culture I grew up in. My parents came over right before we were born, so I spoke Hungarian before I spoke English, and you know, the food, the language, everything was all Hungarian, and it's really a part of me, so I'm really glad that I got to experience it.
With the US sports scene dominated by American football, baseball and basketball, Soni doesn't always get the recognition she deserves from either sponsors or the public. However, she continues to enjoy life in LA with boyfriend and fellow Olympic swimming champion Ricky Behrens. And not forgetting Cody, who Rebecca adopted from an animal rescue center several months ago.
The picture of a professional athlete probably is not the life that I'm living, but it suits me and suits my personality, and you know, I'm not trying to make $1 million, or like, that's not my motivation, and I still, you know, get to do my life the way I want it, and I think that's really beneficial to my swimming. It does get frustrating at times. It is a little difficult. Swimming is not the #1 sport in the US, and some days it would be nice if it was, some days it's perfect the way it is, but in the end it's just such a great opportunity to be able to do what I love and, you know, put off the real world, if you will, and just wake up every morning and go swim, and you know, I'm just gonna ride it as long as I can, because it's really a great life experience.